What is going on, guys? Welcome back for another moto vlog. So guys, one thing I gotta mention to you before I start the video is you'll probably be noticing a change. I'm probably gonna stop uploading on Thursdays and kind of shift to just once a week on Saturdays, just because school's coming up here in like the next month, and probably just gonna try to shift into one good video a week for you guys. And there will probably be a week now and then that I'll upload a second video a week, just because I do like uploading videos for you guys, and I find it enjoyable. So if I find the time to make a video, I'm definitely gonna make the video. We're actually headed to meet up with one of my buddies who has the SC1. We're just gonna probably have a good time tonight, ride around.
How did you get that motorcycle?
How did I get it? I bought it.
I know that.
Oh, alright. You got it. Dingleberry. Who are you calling a dingleberry? See ya.
How do you turn it on?
Hey, you wanna come start it? Right over here on this side. Push that button right there.
Push it?
Just hold it in for like 2 seconds. There you go. That kid was awesome. He was so interested. I turned the camera on after he came up to us, but he was asking us how we got our motorcycles. He was just so interested in what we were doing. It was funny. Super nice kid though. So yeah, guys, just met up with my buddy here, and of course he wore all his gear today, and I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, so I'm the one that's looking like a squid. Everyone knows about this spot. Yes. Holy shit! 100 miles an hour! That was sick. Oh my god! That guy was doing 100 miles an hour. Oh damn. That was 100 mile an hour wheelie on a dirt bike. I looked down and this tag said 97. That was... Oh, that was great. So, unfortunately, my camera died yesterday. So today is a completely new day, and I thought I'd go ahead and finish the video I was making for you guys. So if the footage looks different, that's why. Today is a completely different day. So anyways, the topic that I'm going to be covering today for you guys is the top 5 mods to do to any sport bike. And the list I'm going to make for you guys is in no way in any sort of order really, besides I'm going to list the 2 appearance mods first, and then I'm going to list the 3 performance mods after. Oh my god, this guy totally dicked me. What's up, buddy? Oh, that's that Hayabusa. What's up, bud? See, I don't know if I should follow him or not, because I definitely don't want to get stuck in traffic. And that way is going to downtown. Not about to do that. I'd rather not sweat my ass off in traffic. The first appearance mod I have for you guys... Oh, dang it. It's like I knew that was going to happen. So the first mod I have for you guys is an appearance mod, like I said. It's going to be a Fender eliminator kit. I think everyone can agree that there's not a manufacturer out there besides maybe KTM and maybe the new Yamahas that have a decent license plate bracket mount or a fender for your license plate. They all suck, and some are worse than others, but the amount of just crap and plastic and extra stuff on the back of the sport bike that they just put under there for no apparent reason is ridiculous. And I understand the reason that they do that is, I'm pretty sure, to comply with like European standards or whatever, and probably California, because everything in California sucks. But it makes it hell for like the rest of us, because it honestly looks horrible. I think the Fender Eliminator kit definitely deserves the first spot, or the first thing we mentioned, because I mean, if you don't want to look like a goof, you got to get rid of the fender on the stock bike, because I mean, let's be real. The second mod to do on my list is the mirrors. One thing that pretty much every sport bike lacks is functional or good-looking mirrors. And I meant to say or because there's pretty much neither of the two. No sport bike has good-looking mirrors or functional mirrors. And I guess that's my opinion, but I think a lot of people agree that the mirrors usually they don't really look good because they have to comply with DOT standards in like Europe. And I understand that they have to apply with the European standards, which are much higher. And that's kind of the reason why they're, you know, so big and so clunky looking. The stock mirrors for this bike mounted up on my windscreen fairing right up here and here. And besides coming out to maybe like right about here, they had pretty much zero functionality, so they didn't even like serve a purpose to me. So another mod you should definitely do to your sport bike is invest in some different mirrors other than the stock ones. I love my bar end mirror. I only have one on the left side, and honestly I can see like the other lane behind me. I do plan on getting probably another one on the right side, but for right now I love my left hand one. And the bar end mirror that I have is like, I think 40 bucks. Not too much, but I mean, it's pricey, I guess, for a mirror, but it definitely does the job, and it has really good visibility. I really like it compared to the stock ones. So on to the 3 final mods, which are going to be performance mods. So the first performance mod I think pretty much every sport bike needs is an exhaust.
I am the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street.
He just dabbed. What? Oh my gosh. What a goofball. I actually don't have an exhaust on my Triumph, mainly because I really don't like any of the aftermarket ones that are undertail. And I definitely want to keep this exhaust on this bike undertail. All the aftermarket exhausts I've seen for the Triumph kind of stick out, and they like don't hug the tail well. I just don't really think they look that clean personally. I don't know. I mean, they probably sound, you know, a lot better, but I don't know. It's kind of a give and take. Like, I want my bike to really look good. I would say pretty much 80 to 90% of all sport bikes, even the new ones, don't have the undertail exhaust, which is fine. It just makes it a lot more easy to modify. And an aftermarket exhaust on a sport bike isn't only for performance, it's definitely for looks too, because a lot of the stock exhausts do not look the best in my opinion. Usually the stock exhaust on a sport bike is really heavy, pretty clunky, and also pretty restrictive. Not to mention your bike is going to sound 10 times better with an aftermarket exhaust rather than the stock one, just because those stock ones are restrictive, like I said, and you know, they just really don't let the bike open up enough. The 4th mod on my list is pretty much just for performance, and that is an aftermarket intake or air filter. Typically on all stock sport bikes, the air filters are pretty restrictive, and when you get that new exhaust, which allows more air into the engine, you're going to need to make it easier for the bike to get more air. So an aftermarket intake is pretty necessary if you're going to get an exhaust. And the 5th and final mod that you should do to any sport bike is a fuel management system or a power commander. And this mod probably should have been my 3rd one, because you should really do this before you get an exhaust and an air filter, because when you get those 2 things, that's going to change just how your bike deals with fuel, obviously, and you don't want to mess your engine up by making it more or less restrictive with that exhaust and air filter and not map it correctly. Basically a fuel management system, and you know, it's pretty much self-explanatory, but it manages your bike's fuel based upon the modifications and engine you have in your motorcycle. So let's say you have a less restrictive exhaust and a less restrictive air filter that allows more air into your engine. You're going to need to dump more fuel or gas into your bike's engine. And that's what a power commander will let you do. That'll let you remap your bike's fuel injection system to give the bike more gas. And the reason the power commander is on the list, and it's definitely a must-do mod for any fuel-injected sport bike, is just because it allows you to pretty much do every modification to your engine, basically, and map it accordingly. And if you map your bike properly with the aftermarket intake and exhaust you choose, you can add a ton of power to your bike, upwards of 10% sometimes, which can be pretty significant. So guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any questions or if I missed anything. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.